कति बोल्नु बोलेको रहेछ यता पनि बोलेको उता पनि बोल्यो अङ्ग्रेजीमा ब्याचलर्स गरेछु
Man, this is a good time for us and Dasai time. It's a good time to have one of my favorite person around this part of the world, right? Because I see you like a lot, and we come from the same school, NP. Thanks, Nirakar, for.
Before we start off, we just want to say we are a big fan of you and your band and your music, not just of 9th Century, but also of What the Funk.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We grew up listening to your music, so like it has a like emotional place in our heart, man.
Thank you so much for inviting me and having
this
me.
Is like awesome, man. Like till yesterday it was just us. Now we have like a sick guest. Like, awesome.
Also thanks for letting us use your place. Your studio.
Okay, those who are like wondering where the fuck we are right now, we're in Gyanmandala Jazz Conservatory, one of the best music schools in Nepal. And if you want to learn some music instrument, it's like online, offline, just online.
This whole setting is a nice place.
Man, dude, this is like my headspace, man. The Gyanmandala is in your building. Yeah, I feel like घरमा जति चाहिँ के किचकिच कुचकुच जेसुकै होस् हैन यहाँ त्यो गेट छिर्ने बित्तिकै आई एम लाइक एट पीस के लाइक व्हाटएभर इभन वी ट्रेन टु वर्क आउट जस्ट द भाइब अफ द म्युजिक स्कुल तपाईको त्यो मोक्स देखि लिएर जस्ट एन्टायर सेटअप एन्ड इट्स नट जस्ट मी लाइक एभ्रीबडी फिल्स द सेम एक्चुअली टु बी अनेस्ट हाउ डिड यु कम अबाउट दिस एरिया मैन
होइन अब कस्तो भने इट वाज मोर लाइक एन एक्सिडेन्ट होइन त्यतिकै अब अर्ग्यानिकली यो ग्रोथ भयो र अब मलाई पनि अब पहिलादेखि नै होइन अब द थिङ्स द्याट आई एम रियली इन्ट्रेस्टेड इन होइन अल माई हबिज एन्ड थिङ्स लाइक द्याट अब एज हुँदै गएपछि पनि कसरी हाउ टु होल्ड अन टु द थिङ्स द्याट आई लाइक एन्ड मेक सेन्स आउट अफ इट भन्ने हिसाब किताबमा अब आई स्टार्टेड होइन अब so basically trying to convert my hobbies and the things that I really enjoy doing into business, you know. Butदाखेरि अब that's basic अब जस्तो मोक्स पनि स्टार्ट गर्दाखेरि मोक्स मलाई त आई ह्याड नो आइडिया के रेस्टुरेन्टको बारेमा के गर्ने के तर मोक्स स्टार्ट गरेको नै इट वाज टु प्रमोट म्युजिसियन्स young musicians, old musicians, any kind of musicians, people who are interested in music. त्यो प्लेटफर्मबाट स्टार्ट गरेको कुरो इट जस्ट स्टार्टेड ग्रोइङ होइन अब अहिले आएर इट्स एक्चुअली बिकम लाइक अ बिजनेस अनि त्यही कुरो अब त्यहीँबाट मैले अब यो केजिसी स्टार्ट गर्ने पनि आइडिया आयो मेरो म्युजिक स्कुल प्रपर म्युजिक स्कुल सो द्याट द यङ्गर जेनेरेसन get to actually really study and understand music and progress even more globally नै सोच्नु पर्यो नि अब त सो त्यो हिसाब किताबमा त्यो हुँदै गयो अब पम्प पनि अब आई रियली इन्जोय डुइङ एक्सर्साइज अब मेरो गुरु बक्सिङ गुरु
we have a good time
so I enjoy all these things so basically everything
also,
over here
sorry to interrupt tabile you've leased this place out to different other activities like yoga taekwondo like a plant shop it's out of the normal stuff you know it's like very artisty vibe यहाँ building यहाँ आउँदै नयाँ अब भित्रबाटै आर्टिस्टी भाइ भाइ हुन्छ र
कस्तो हुन्छ नि झन् यो अहिले यो पेन्डेमिकको बेलामा चाहिँ अलिकति अब obviously सबैतिर खत्तम भइरहेको छैन तर प्री लकडाउन चाहिँ अब इफ यु यहाँ आउँदाखेरि नर्मली यु मिट पिपल फ्रम अल ओभर द वर्ल्ड क्या सो रमाइलो हुन्छ चट्ट बस्यो कफी खानेमा कफी खायो होइन अनि सबै कहाँ कहाँको मान्छेहरूसँग बस्यो it's nice vibes and everyone is chilled out. No one is like judging anyone for anything, and it's so basically that was it.
It's awesome, man. Like more power to you to this place more. Okay. One of the best.
I think the pump ko starting the Tony Daile पनि भनेको थियो like when he came to our podcast का कौशिकबाट देख्नु भएको छ and then
कसरी टोनी दाइलाई भेटेर the whole story like हामी अस्ति भन्नुहुँदै थियो टोनी दाइले. Anyway, Tony Dai recover soon, right? Tony Dai, my man, Tony Dai, our guy. Tony Dai is the man.
He'll be fine. I'm sure. He's the Burpee King of Nepal.
For sure. Besides all that, we like four of us, we have like a common background being Darjeeling. Like that's a common place. Like four of us share. These guys went to SAS and MH, right? Mount Ramon, and Tapiramo we went to NP. Just it's not even like force jokes.
Also, I hear you were like one of the pioneers of like mountain biking or me.
Pioneers, mountain biking was there in Nepal, your downhill mountain biking, that was it was a new sport, downhill sport. So a group of my friends and myself, Veza types. हामीलाई चाहिँ किन एकदम ओह्रालो मात्रै जानु मन लाग्थ्यो क्या अनि पुरा ओह्रालो जाँदा त्यही हिसाब किताबमा अब रेसहरू हुन थाल्यो अब we had a group called Chain भन्ने group थियो क्या we were like कति 12 जना जति थियौँ हामी and actually we were the first guys to manufacture Nepali mountain bikes also called Chain bike, Jomsom Series 1, Series 2.
Yeah, I have one at home.
Very affordable price ma हामीले गरेको थियौं अनि so it was not a business for us because our business को हिसाब किताबमा हामीले हेरेको भए अहिले सम्म अब पुरा फ्लरिशिङ हुन्थ्यो होला but we wanted to open the way काठमाडौँमा नेपालमा for mountain biking as a sport के and so that's why हामीले चाहिँ त्यो बाइक ल्याएको कारण चाहिँ it was affordable by everyone के affordable cycle and everyone could really enjoy it. So as downhill riders चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ अब 2009 मा चाहिँ first Chain downhill race गर्यौं. Then after that then we did the first national games. National games गरेपछि हाम्रै साथीभाइहरुबाट पैसाहरु उठाएर यताउति गरेर then continuously we started participating in the Asian Championship also. हैन अनि गर्दाखेरि अब today there are so many young kids
doing like
mountain bike downhill which is amazing हैन रमाइलो छ अब मेरै अब my nephew himself is Sakar now
he's New Zealand right
New Zealand मा अब त्यहाँ पुरा गरिरहेछ. He's working and he's become like a pro biker.
Yeah, I played sports we played sports against each other. Okay? He was in SAS. I was like football games, NB versus SAS. NB le jityo. I follow him as a cyclist recently. And like I see his videos, it's pretty crazy, man. Going downhill in New Zealand, like Dagger terrain. I'm like, whoa, this dude is like killing it out there.
सुरुमा when we were doing all this अब हामी चाहिँ अलिकति ओभर एक्जाजुरेटेड हुन्थ्यो क्या पुरा सुरुमा अब त्यो डाउनहिल हेर्दाखेरि टेक्निकल जस्तै देख्थ्यो हैन but some of our guys were more into like the gear okay
Armor.
Body armor, full face. Oh my! And I remember धेरै अगाडि when we were riding, हामी कहाँ भक्तपुर हो कि कहाँ झरेको थियौँ क्या, फुल स्पिडमा आइरहेको थियो. द किड्स over there, ए पावर रेन्जर पावर रेन्जर
Helmet full
face, full body armor. अहिले सोच्दाखेरि चाहिँ you know, I mean, that was not really necessary क्या, त्यति धेरै चाहिँ त्यति धेरै लाग्नु चाहिँ अब हामीले एउटा उति पनि बनाएको थियो. We had made a practice downhill track होइन. अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ सब केटाहरूले एकदम त्यो लाएर आएर प्र्याक्टिस गर्थ्यो क्या. अनि मेरो एकजना साथी चाहिँ युएसबाट he just got back and he was a very good downhill biker. अनि उसलाई हामीले everyone was damn excited. He came, his name was साजन के. ए साजन आयो, साजनलाई लानुपर्छ, त्यो देखाउनुपर्छ. उसले हेऱ्यो क्या, कस्तो लाग्यो, राम्रो छ, ठिक छ, ट्राई गर्ने हुन्छ. एउटा टक्क साइकलहरू, जिन प्यान्ट, नो हेलमेट, त्यत्तिकै गएर गरिदियो क्या. अल अफ अस वर लाइक फिलिङ ड्याम साइ. आफ्टर द्याट सब हेलमेटहरू निकालेर. So those are the days. So
Tony is also pretty good, right?
Tony,
he's the enthusiast.
He's improved. अब कस्तो हो नि, टोनीको चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने अब naturally because he is अब धेरै यो गर्छ नि क्यालिस्थेनिक्स, क्रसफिटहरू गर्दाखेरि उसको माइन्ड पनि त्यो रिफ्लेक्सेसहरू राम्रो छ, बडी पनि एकदम मुभमेन्ट मोबिलिटीहरू पनि राम्रो छ, गर्दाखेरि एकदमै फास्ट पिकअप गर्न सक्छ क्या. उसले धेरै फास्ट पिकअप गर्यो. आई रिमेम्बर द फर्स्ट टाइम ऊ आउँदाखेरि हाम्रो पम्प ट्र्याकमा आउँदा फेरि ऊ डराउँदैन क्या. देयर वाज यो हाम्रो त्यो पम्प ट्र्याकमा ठुलो एउटा जम्प थियो क्या. मैले टोनी याद गराएँ त्यो अलिकति के प्रब्लम हुँदैन दाइ, स्वाट गरेर जम्प गरेर he landed on his nose, त्यो यस्तो नोज डाइभ भयो क्या. went over the bar, broke his hand क्या first time. तर he picked up really fast and we've been riding a lot together. हामी कहाँ लोमानथाङ पनि गयौँ. we did the highest enduro race मनाङमा पनि सँगै we raced together. अनि Papluमा पनि we rode together. Then we went to Bali to ride. So we've been riding a lot. रमाइलो छ, मजा छ.
Yeah, for us also, हामी पनि like as friends we wanna have something as we go older, like get a come of age. We wanna have something like gives us passion to at least after काम. तर when you come together, do something together. That on that note, about one of the main thing when we spoke, we were having a chat about this. Whether you want to come on our podcast or not. I wanted to talk to you about more. Obviously, everyone knows you from your music, right? And I'm sure you're tired of talking about music all the time.
Why 1974, 80?
Please exceed that. So more of you, like more about. We want to talk about. Is like about you as a citizen of Nepal, of Kathmandu, pretty set. You're a businessman, you have a family, you have kids, right? You have everything an average person could ask for, let's say, right? You have a good family, everything. But I still see you as a person who is motivated to get after it, You work out, you do, like, you want to live life as like a teenager would want to do. And speaking on that lines, I've seen people who once they are married and once they have job and they have like monotonous life, after reality life, they think that's over. Like, it's a life, WhatsApp, budo bhayo, bhode bhaidhi, bhate bhaidhi, you know what I'm saying? Then there's no motivation to wake up early in the morning or put in that extra hour of weightlifting or running or cycling, which is like directly transferable to your real life, to give you motivation. And I just wanted to talk about like what like motivates you.
मलाई त मेन त अब लाइफ इट सेल्फ मोटिभेट्स मी अ लट होइन र मलाई के लाग्छ भने बेसिकली लाइफमा अब एज छ नि एज इज लाइक इट्स जस्ट अ कन्सेप्ट होइन एज इज जस्ट अ कन्सेप्ट र बेसिकली अब देयर इज ओन्ली टु रियालिटिज इन लाइफ होइन टु ट्रुथ्स भनौँ न वान इज you are born and the other one is you have to die होइन अब in between that is what you call life so what you do with that time is totally up to you होइन but most of the people चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ नि they let that time define and dictate how they should live their life क्या होइन अब यो एज पुगेपछि अब यो गर्नु हुँदैन यो भएपछि यो गर्नुहुन्छ अब यो गर्नु हुँदैन द्याट्स अप टु यु नो इफ वाइ सुड यु बी कन्ट्रोल्ड बाई समथिङ
सोसाइटी
आउटसाइड यु होइन अब यु निड टु प्रस्यु वाट यु वान्ट टु डु अब आफूलाई के मन लाग्छ के गर्नु सक्छ हेरेर होइन अब सोचेर गर्नुपर्छ होइन र इन्जोय लाइफ टु द म्याक्सिमम 100% जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई होइन त्यो इन्जोय गर्नलाई दुई तिनवटा कुरो यु हेभ टु बी अवेर अफ होइन वान इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट थिङ इज यु हेभ टु बी अवेर अफ टाइम अल्सो होइन अब सो डोन्ट वेस्ट टाइम डुइङ द थिङ्स द्याट यु डोन्ट इन्जोय डुइङ होइन एन्ड युटिलाइज द टाइम डुइङ द थिङ्स द्याट यु वान्ट टु डु र एट द सेम टाइम फिजिकल पनि अब एस्पेक्ट पनि एउटा रियालिटी नै हो होइन सो अब माइन्डले मात्रै गर्छु बडीले गर्नु सक्दैन भने त अर्को हुन्छ नि होइन सो अभियसली विथ टाइम एन्ड एज अब ह्युमन बडी त विदर भएर जान्छ बट यु विल बी सरप्राइज हाउ लङ एन्ड हाउ मच यु क्यान एक्चुली एक्सटेन्ड द्याट द पावर अफ द बडी भन्ने चाहिँ एकदमै पावर अफ द बडी एन्ड द माइन्ड इज सलिड क्या होइन विच पिपल अन्डर एस्टिमेट क्या सो हेभ कन्फिडेन्स हेभ फेथ इन यर सेल्फ एन्ड पुश यर सेल्फ टु अ सर्टन लेभल होइन डोन्ट ओभर डु इट पुश यर सेल्फ टु अ सर्टन लेभल वेयर यु क्यान एक्चुली रियली एक्सटेन्ड यर youth and to be able to do things that you अहिलेसम्म I can still play football, we do boxing, I do taekwondo, I do downhill mountain biking,
jam for hours,
music पुरा गर्छु होइन so अब एक दिन अब you know you have to go you have to go there is no you can't escape that so till then do the things that you want to do भन्ने चाहिँ मेरो फिलोसफी हो मेरो सोचाइ हो होइन बट विथ द्याट अल्सो कम्स यर रिस्पोन्सिबिलिटिज इन लाइफ होइन फ्यामिली हुन्छ यताउति हुन्छ त्यतातिर पनि हेर्नु पर्यो होइन यु कान्ट बी टु सेल्फिस एन्ड ओन्ली डु द थिङ्स द्याट यु वान्ट टु डु एभ्रिथिङ इज अ ब्यालेन्स क्या मजाले ब्यालेन्स गरेर एभ्री डे सुड बी इन माई ओपिनियन डिफ्रेन्ट फ्रम द अदर डे क्या नभए त फेरि सेम भएपछि त अलिक बोरिङ हुन्छ नि होइन कुरो चाहिँ त्यही हो
तपाईँलाई मान्छेहरूले यस्तो भन्दैन निराले त के गरेको कति उफ्री पाफ्री गरी बसेको भन्छ होला नि होइन साथीभाइहरूले
अब
those people who don't do shit like
अब पहिला
they cannot even see you do shit and they will be
like पहिला झन् भन्थ्यो होइन तर आजकल lot of people kind of accept it होइन and अब अहिले चाहिँ अब lot of friends र अब भनौँ न अरू मान्छेहरू पनि यताउति उनीहरूले ओहो ग्रेट म्यान हामी पनि गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने छ होइन सो वी अब म मात्रै होइन देयर आर लट अफ गाइज लाइक मी नो हु वान्ट टु रियली लिभ लाइफ टु द फुलेस्ट होइन मेरो चाहिँ भनाइ चाहिँ के भने टु एभ्री वान होइन कि अब you have to enjoy life, you have to live life, you have to, but at the same time you have to balance everything, balance मजाले balance गर्यो, responsible पनि भयो अब a lot of people चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ खालि पैसा कमाउनेतिर मात्रै लाग्छ हैन पैसा कमायो अब प्रपर्टी थुपार्यो हैन सबै गर्यो and then अब रिटायर गरेर इन्जोय गर्छु भन्छ हैन by the time they realize अब त्यो मात्रै हुन्छ they can't do anything with it you know what I mean
I think त्यो affects a lot right the concept of retirement हुन्छ नि that's like embedded into our society ni aba ta right because like everyone's most of the people are working as a salarized job and त्यसले गर्दाखेरि they have like a fixed retirement plan अनि यतिसम्म काम गर्यो यतिसम्म like you know like after that I'll retire and I'll enjoy but then by the time you retire you're like very old and your life has been like monotonous for like so many years 2-3 decades ko lagi and then you've lost the will on that energy to enjoy things you don't know it anymore but like 2-3 decades ko lagi if you're living the same life and also like with that comes the concept of like weekend ma enjoy garchu bhanda kurda you just lose that will energy पनि
र फेरि also कस्तो हुन्छ भने त्यो अब त्यति बेला then you अब के गर्ने you know but what is my passion भन्ने अब what I want to do the later you start things हैन the more difficult it is to pick it up ni हैन and learn and enjoy it ni हैन so कस्तो हुन्छ भने then you end up with a lot of money and a lot of but you can't really do anything
a lot of resentment पनि होला नि
हैन त्यो तरिका भन्ने हुन्छ so मेरो सोचाइ चाहिँ I'm not saying I'm right हैन त्यो त सबैको आफ्नो विचार हो सबैको आफ्नो सोच हो for everyone the way they think is correct and मेरो लागि चाहिँ I feel this is the lifestyle that I've chosen हैन and I don't have any regrets about choosing my life to lead my life the way I'm leading it हैन रमाइलो छ I can hang out with like you guys your age हैन still enjoy relate with you guys also and relate with people my age relate with people older than me also हैन and enjoy so basically at the end of the day I think it's to just have a nice time
so there is something after marriage केटाको ढुके बसे चिल्लो अस्तिदेखि सक्छ के बिहा गरेपछि हेर्नु भन्दै रहेछ सकिँदैन रहेछदेखि होला मैले अस्तिदेखि भनेकै थिएँ यसलाई
No, there is definitely a life after marriage.
No, most of the यसो सोच्यो भने त सोसाइटी कन्स्ट्रक्टेड नै हो नि हैन हाम्रो नेपाली सोसाइटी also dictates you to by this time like हुन्छ नि यस्तो गर and I feel there are many variables के तिमी कहाँ पढ्यौ पनि हुन्छ नि अब तिम्रो एजुकेसन कहाँ थियो कसरी ब्रट अप तिम्रो फ्यामिलीले कसरी ब्रिङ अप गर्यो देखि लिएर not I don't feel everyone's lucky like us to have found a passion like in something like तपाईँको थुप्रो passions हाम्रो आफ्नो passions some people तैले अस्ति भनेको जस्तो कि अब passion नै अब 30-35 पुग्नु आँटिसक्यो हैन हामी त at least early 20s mid-20s मै भेटाए नि passion okay I'm passionate about this I'm gonna go after it like some people spend their whole time looking for that passion and they still don't find it like you know what I'm saying maybe in that way also I'm really lucky just to I remember this one time and you just found out I'm into like martial arts and stuff and I just come back from Bangkok and we just one of the first times we spoke and I'll never forget it and I was like sharing like I'm in such a position right now in Thailand now Nepal jiu-jitsu it's like darkness you are bringing like how you brought cycling as a culture, enforcing a culture. I want to do the same with jiu-jitsu, right? And when you told me like, dude, like you did an MBA and this, you don't need to get a desk job, like you know, you told me like just teach jiu-jitsu. You can use our space, do whatever you want, you know, call your students, and that I'll never forget it because for you it's like okay, this Nirakar bro has been there, done that with his own passion. I'd rather listen to someone who's done it than someone who's never even dared to follow their passion and are giving the biggest advice. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that I'll never forget that when you told me, like, man, just go ahead, man. You don't need to get a desk job. Like, you know the management side and as well as the sport you want to bring. Then I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and do my thing.
A lot of people, what people generally think is once you get a degree, a qualification, this, that, you got an MBA, you have to apply for a job in a bank or a multinational, whatever. What I was trying to say is that's not necessary. Knowledge the gain MBA knowledge gain business aspect you can convert it and use it in
art,
the thing that you want to promote. The world is like, it's just opened up, right? It's global. You just Nepal matra, a lot of the countries in this region, generally people tend to live inside a box. Okay? You just have to break away from all these things, okay? And just look at things from a really huge, large perspective. Anything is possible. You can do anything and enjoy your life and make money and be responsible also, a responsible citizen also. Just because you are following your passion and doing the thing that you want to do, that does not mean you are being oude. 20 years, 30 years back, if you had come back and if you had said, why India the farm because people,
it's a good time, right? We're living in a good time.
We're living in a good time. You can actually, if you look at it from a very MBA from a business point of view and from the art point of view, and you balance it properly, you can make a really good business out of it.
We were trying the same thing with the podcast as well. Like you're asking us earlier, right? What's the end goal of this sit down? It's an art to some extent. Just chatting, talking bullshit is also an art, don't you think? Like we are trying to bring like products and sponsors, blah blah blah.
You're interacting with it. Exactly. Basically, there's a lot of interaction happening.
Information exchange.
Yeah. This is being shared globally. There was no chance. So, if you're more creative, this, that, you enjoy the process of doing it, and at the same time, you will start reaping the benefit out of it financially also. Then it starts making sense also. Don't waste your time. Then it was very strict. College you have to get a job. Briefcase. And that was the stereotype. But you can you do anything. The most important thing is you just have to keep your mind open, try to be as creative as possible, and never be afraid to try out things. And your comfort zone, then only you will start moving ahead. Now, comfort zone just a podcast if you guys keep doing it to a certain extent, where it becomes very simple about natural second nature, then stagnant listeners then this will become. But if you start pushing yourself more and keep working outside your comfort zone and trying different things, this, that, then more fun for you, there's more growth in this program.
Yeah, that works in every life, everything, right?
Everything,
Moving on
absolutely, everything.
So talk about you talk about yourself and let's talk about your band and generally. So if not one of the greatest bands of Nepal from the fans' perspective. So you guys have played in a lot of places. You talk about 20,000 times. And you Nirakar Yakthumba at almost like 60-70,000 capacity. So what's the high kind of like? How do you feel like when all the crowd is singing your song as you guys wrote?
It's completely different feeling. About your energy. It's all about the energy. Adrenaline rush. About your जुन रङ्गशालामा भने नि मैले अब त्यति बेला यस्तो भएको थियो कि अब हामीले पनि एक्सपेक्टै गरेको थिएनौँ कि देयर इज गोइङ टु बी सो मच पिपल हैन अब कहाँ अब मैले म्याक्सिमम आई थट वाज लाइक 10,000 पिपल जति आउला भनेर क्या अब त्यो पनि अब आई रिमेम्बर यस्तो क्लियरली कि लाइक 2-3 months before stadium concert, हामीले चाहिँ यो BICC मा गरेको थियो के इन्डोर concert, and those days it was very difficult for concert tickets to sell. क्या अब जबरजस्ती मान्छेहरूलाई भिडाउने यताउति त्यस्तो खालके हुन्थ्यो हैन अब at that time we were very lucky अब हामीले यो first Nepali band to do the US tour हैन US tour को सबै कुराहरु पनि मिल्यो हैन अब it was unimaginable क्या कसैले पनि सोच्नै नसक्ने क्या अब नेपाली रक ब्यान्डले अब US tour गर्छ भनेर हैन अब हामीले त्यो BICC को कन्सर्ट गर्नु अगाडि त्यो बिहान चाहिँ हामीले भिजा पाथ्यौं अनि इभिनिङमा BICC मा कन्सर्ट गर्दाखेरि BICC मा पनि फर्स्ट टाइम क्यापेसिटी कम थियो त्यहाँ 1200 मात्र हैन तर त्यहाँ पनि गेटमा लाठीचार्ज भयो क्या टिकटहरु नपाएर यताउति हल्का सबै अनि लट अफ पिपल वर क्वाइट सरप्राइज क्या ओहो आजकल त है कस्तो रक कन्सर्टमा पनि अब त्यति बेला 500 1000 रुपैयाँ 1500 300 थियो यस्तो महँगो टिकट राख्दाखेरि पनि लट्ठी चार्ज भयो यार भन्ने अनि त्यो कन्सर्टमा हामीले अनाउन्स गरेका थियौँ वी आर गोइङ टु डु 11 city tour US tour भन्दाखेरि everyone thought we were bullshitting के टिकट सेल गर्नुलाई गफ दिइरहेछ भनेर क्या तर हामी आफै क्या we didn't believe क्या भिजा पायो सबै रेडी अब अमेरिका जाँदैछ भन्दाखेरि अब we were like it was crazy but anyway we did the US tour came back अनि अब रङ्गशालामा कन्सर्ट हुन लाग्थ्यो अब त्यति बेला 1 day before the show मलाई एकदमै याद छ 2-3 जना हामी यसै इभिनिङमा बसेर we just discussing भोलि के गर्ने यताउति having some beerहरु खाएर बसी चिल आउट गरिरहेको थियो अनि 2-4 जना भाइहरुले पनि ए टिकट लियो भनेर सोधिरहेको थियो क्या अनि अर्कोले ल्याएको छैन भोलि लिउँला नि भने ल्याए फेरि त्यहाँ नपाउला त्यो अस्ति BICC मा लट्ठी चार्ज भएको थियो and this guy was saying कहाँ यो त रङ्गशालामा त जति पनि पाउँछ टिकटहरु कहाँको लट्ठी चार्ज नो प्रब्लम डोन्ट वरी भनेर भनिरहेको थियो कि I was also thinking अब रङ्गशालामा त पाइहाल्छ भोलि आउन भोलि पाइहाल्छ नि गेटमा भनेर मैले भनेको थिएँ हैन अब म्याक्सिमम 10,000 भनेको by the time we reached over there it was like crazy अब पुलिसले रोकेर हामीलाई छिर्नु नदिएको क्या रिल्याक्स हाम्रो सो त्यस्तो वाइल्ड थियो
हतालिरहेको होला नि अब कोलाई चाहिँ छिर्नु
त्यही त यस्तो वाइल्ड थियो क्या आम्मा and I was like feeling for the first time I got real okay this is like really crazy भनेर we went the stadium already full भइसकेको थियो है and then things started getting out of hand also. We were not, our security was not for so much people, people माथि प्यारापेटको मान्छेहरू हाम फाल्नु थाल्यो यो त्यो के हो के वाइल्ड हुनु थाल्यो त्यहाँ and then we started playing. The only way to control the crowd was to start the music. So we started playing music and everyone was singing this that. And it was getting dark. The sun was setting. The twilight हुन्छ नि त्यो साँझ त्यो एकदमै त्यस्तो अलिक डस्क होइन नेपाली हो भन्ने गीत नेपाली हो गीत गाउँदाखेरि कसम क्या all I saw was like an ocean of heads क्या कालो है ocean होइन यस्तो उठेको क्या अनि धुवा क्या यो तलबाट यो धुलो छ नि त्यो फुटबल ग्राउन्डको धुलो जस्तै क्या कस्तो it was like त्यो फिलिङ छ नि अब it was like undescribable अब यस्तो अब डर लागेर क्या I was like literally scared अब स्पिकर्सहरू पनि यस्तो हल्लिरहेको छ क्या अनि टाउको बुरुक उफ्रिरहेछ है पुरा डस्ट अनि स्पिकर हल्लिरहेछ अब त्यो स्पिकर ढल्यो भने त कसलाई के हुन्छ है म त डर पनि लागिरहेछ है माई गड इट वाज अ क्रेजी कन्सर्ट इट वाज वान अफ द मोस्ट क्रेजिएस्ट
नेपाल हिस्ट्रीमा है
That's the like most sold out like crowd भएको कन्सर्ट नेपालमा
अति क्रेजी
तेरो घरको छेउमा
है तिमी त सानै थियो होला लट्ठी चार्जहरू भएर के भएर त्यहाँ त अब दे वर एटलिस्ट 10-15-20,000 पिपल आउटसाइड टिकट नपाएर क्या
बाहिरबाटै हल्ला
बाहिरबाटै अब
अन्त एज अ म्युजिसियन होइन तपाईँले अब would you call yourself an adrenaline junkie types? Because once you've tasted that adrenaline तपाईँको दिमागमा like bodyमा हुन्छ नि don't you want that again and again? And is that the reason you are into like downhill cycling and bit of taekwondo, boxing? It gives you that edge, like you know what I'm saying? Like as compared to an average guy who does not know the feeling of adrenaline rush.
कस्तो हुन्छ नि देन त्यो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यस्तो बेलाहरूमा चाहिँ you are 100%
in the moment, right?
In the moment, yeah, 100%. You know what is happening. Second by second, okay?
Slow down on time.
Everything goes into your system.
Don't you think that's a really meditative process?
Oh, absolutely.
Like people say, like, it's a damn like this being in the zone is like
being in the zone is a very similar thing. Very similar thing. So. जस्तो अब when we अब कन्सर्टहरू गर्दाखेरि अब एकदम नाइस रिसेप्टिभ क्राउड छ होइन एकदमै त्यो एउटा एनर्जी भन्ने कुरो चाहिँ म एकदमै मान्छु क्या जुन ऊर्जा आउँछ नि मान्छेबाट र ब्यान्डबाट होइन त्यो चाहिँ एकदमै इन्टरचेन्जेबल हो क्या त्यो इन्टरेक्टिभ हो आई मिन त्यो जब यहाँबाट आउँछ अनि यहाँबाट आउँछ क्या त्यो एक साइडबाट मात्रै त्यो हुँदै हुन्न क्या सो त्यो इट बिकम्स अ सर्कुलर एनर्जी जब त्यो हुन्छ नि देन यु फिल द्याट एनर्जी गेटिङ इन्टु यु एन्ड गोइङ आउट एन्ड यर एनर्जी गोइङ टु देन अनि देन अर्कै संसारमा हुन्छ क्या देन यु इन अ डिफ्रेन्ट जोन देन रेडी
But you've also had like shitty people coming to
you've had कस्तो हुन्छ कोही बेला it's not always like that होइन sometimes you have like really एकदमै अल्छी लाग्दो कन्सर्टहरू पनि हुन्छ होइन जबरजस्ती गर्नुपर्ने त्यस्तो बेलामा चाहिँ फेरि कहिले सकिन्छ भने जस्तो हुन्छ क्या होइन यो ढाडहरू दुखेर दुख्नेहरू कहाँ दुखेर अब के कुरोहरू याद आएर है यो थिङ्किङ अफ कहाँ कुरोहरू याद आउँछ त्यस्तो बेला होइन सो
Can I ask you something though? Along these lines, there's this epic story I heard of Tabeko band and yourself personally. some dude was asking you to play Indian song and you threw a flying kick from the stage. Can you verify that story, please? मेरो साथी यहाँ लाइभ हेरिरहेको थियो अरे क्या. लास्ट टाइम मेरो साथीलाई मैले he asked me, so who's your next guest? I said Mr. Nirakar Yakthumba होइन. यो हेप्पी छ है हेप्पी फ्ल्याङ्की दिएको नि स्टोरी
होइन के भयो भने एक्चुअली त्यो त द्याट वाज वाट द फङ्कसँग वाट द फङ्कसँग बजाइरहेको थियो. अब दे वाज 2-3 guys अब त्यो कम्प्लिटली ड्रङ्क होइन. एभ्री वान इज इन्जोइङ. अब उनीहरू मात्रै अब सबैलाई अब त्यहाँ त्यो होल सिचुएसनै खतम बनाइदिइरहेको थियो क्या. उफ्रेर यताउति गरेर होइन. अब मैले राम्ररी भने होइन. पहिला त मैले जोक गरेर नै भनिरहेको थिएँ सबैलाई ल है आज चाहिँ वी हेभ सुपरम्यान एन्ड ब्याटम्यान अल्सो इन द हाउस बिकज पुरा भिल्लिली भएर सो लेट्स गिभ अ बिग ह्यान्ड टु सुपरम्यान एन्ड ब्याटम्यान भने है. उनीहरू बुझ्दैन झन् उनीहरू त झन् हिरो क्या. आएर घरिका स्टेजमा चढ्नु खोज्छ घरिका के है. अब त्यो अब बिस्तारै छुट्दै गयो क्या. अब मैले राम्रो भनिरहेको थिएँ अब भाइ अब सक्यो अब नगर धेरै अब यो रिल्याक्स गर न. अब लेट अदर्स अल्सो इन्जोय. एभ्री वान्स कम हियर टु इन्जोय होइन. टिकट काटेर आइरहेको छ तिमीहरू मात्रै होइन भनेर मैले राम्रो सम्झाएँ. मान्दैन बोलाइरहेको थियो मान्दैन. त्यहाँदेखि अति भयो क्या. अनि अब अलिकति उनीहरूलाई बाहिर लानु पर्ला भनेर गिटार निकालेर त्यो हाम्रो भोकलिस्ट भाइ छ नि गुजुलाई ल मेरो गिटार एकछिन समात किन छैन समाधान. अनि त्यहाँदेखि ब्रुसली आयो ज्याकी चेन स्टाइल भाग्यो फेरि स्टेजमा आएर एक ग्लास बियर खाएर फ्रेस फेरि कुल डाउन गरेर स्टेजमा आएर सरी गाइस विल स्टार्ट अगेन. That was a very के भन्ने अब
मेमोरेबल स्टोरी.
मेरो लागि पनि अब मैले त्यस्तो खालको चाहिँ कहिले भएको थिएन स्टेजबाट नै अब
यो चाहिँ लाइक यु प्लेड अल ओभर द वर्ल्ड पनि अनि त्यहाँ नेपालीहरू पनि थुप्रै आउँछन् अनि तपाईँहरू त्यही नेपाली हो अब जस्तो गाना सुन्नु
नेपालीहरूलाई नि
पेट्रियोटिक फिल्म
कसरी थियो त्यो गानाले है. दार्जिलिङ सिक्किममा नट नेसेसरी नेपालकै नेपालीहरू हुन्छ नि संसारभरिको नेपाली इफ यु स्पिक मारवाडी नेपाली स्पिकिङ मारवाडीहरूले त चिच्चा गाउँछ त्यो गाना. अब भनेपछि छोड्दैन. लाइक इट्स जस्ट लाइक नेपाली द्याट सङ लाइक हाउ म्युजिक क्यान रियली ब्रिङ टुगेदर. द्याट वान सङ हेज आम्बो मैले आफू लाइभ देखेको छु दार्जिलिङमा. त्यो हाम्रो एनपिके ग्राउन्डमा मेलाहरू हुँदा स्टुडियोमा बजाउँदा मान्छेहरू पग्लाएर भइन्छ.
हो इट्स एकदमै पावरफुल छ होइन. के भाइले के भन्नु लाग्थ्यो
त्यही त. सो लाइक त्यही हाउ इट कनेक्ट्स पिपल लाइक बाहिर जति मान्छे भयो नि सँगै एकचोटि आएर सब हामी सबजना नेपाली नै हो है भनेर खालि लाइक
हो. बेसिकली अब कस्तो भने अब हाम्रो ब्यान्डको पनि हाम्रो जेनरली हाम्रो मेसेज नै के हो भने हामीले चाहिँ के भन्नु चाहन्छौँ भने चाहिँ अब हामी नेपालीहरू होइन. अब नेपालमा बस्ने नेपाली छ अब इन्डियामा बस्ने उनीहरू पनि पहिला नेपालकै नेपाली त हो नि होइन. अब नेपालबाट गयो इन्डियामा होइन. अब केही कारण जबरजस्ती अब उनीहरूले त्यस्तै परेर परिस्थितिले गर्दाखेरि जानु पर्यो इन्डिया होइन. कोही अब भुटान गयो होला कोही कोरिया गयो अब कोही युएस गयो. अब सबै नेपालीहरू अब लुकिङ फर अ बेटर लाइफ होइन ग्रिनर प्यास्चर्स त्यस्तै कारणले गयो सबै. अब र हाम्रो नेपाली जातिमै यति धेरै हाम्रो जातहरू यो त्यो धेरै छ नि होइन. बट एट द एन्ड अफ द डे वी आर अल Nepalis. We are just the same, we're the same. We have to understand that we are the same. र हामी जबसम्म त्यो हामीले त्यो चाहिँ एउटा त्यो सोच हामीले एकदमै भित्र आत्माभित्रबाट हामीले त्यो महसुस गर्दैनौँ र त्यो जबसम्म हामीले चाहिँ त्यसलाई हामीले रियलाइज गर्दैनौँ नि, then we can never move as a nation. As a race also we can never move forward, because we will be too busy just pulling each other's leg. त्यो पो त त्यो त यो यो त्यो अब गर्दा गर्दा जिन्दगी बित्छ क्या, अनि संसार चाहिँ कहाँ पुगिसक्यो होइन. सो हामी नेपालीहरू चाहिँ र एज अ रेस एन्ड एज अ कन्ट्री, if we want to move forward, we have to break all these barriers and come as one strong race together, as Nepalis. Yes, we have to. हामीले हाम्रो जुन हेरिटेज छ नि, अब आफ्नो आफ्नो कोही कुन जातिको होला, कुन जातको होला होइन. हामीले we have to, this is my opinion, we have to always have great pride in who we are. हाम्रो एन्सेस्टर्स को थियो, हाम्रो रीतिरिवाज के थियो, हाम्रो भनौँ न हाम्रो सबै ट्रेडिसनहरू के थियो हाम्रो होइन. त्यो कुरोहरूमा हाम्रो we have to have a lot of honor. We should be very proud to be who we are, but at the same time we have to respect the other person's tradition and the other person's rituals and everything. And we should never, because of who we are, we should not feel that we are superior to someone because of our ethnicity or whatever. Everyone has their own ethnicity. We should just respect each other's ethnicity and be proud of our own ethnicity, but at the same time respect the others' ethnicity also. And at the end of the day, we have to all think that we all fall under one umbrella, which is the Nepali umbrella. त्यो हिसाब किताबमा मात्रै हामीले सोच्नु सक्यो भने मात्रै हामी अगाडि बढ्न सक्छौँ एज अ नेसन र एज अ रेस. अनि त्यही कुरो चाहिँ हाम्रो गीत अब नेपाली हो. अनि हाम्रो अहिले एउटा नयाँ गीत पनि छ, हामीले रिलिज गर्नु लाग्छौँ होइन.
तपाईँको नयाँ एल्बम
नयाँ एल्बममा होइन, यो चाहिँ एउटा एज अ सिङ्गल हामीले रिलिज गर्नु लाग्छौँ सुन. अब 1-2 महिनामा रेडी हुन्छ. द्याट सङ अल्सो टक्स अबाउट अल दिज थिङ्स र one more thing it says is ki, besides this, over now also it is time for us to hand, especially the older generation, listen in, especially in running the country, it's time to hand it over to the younger generation, and feed off them, give them ideas, but let them run this country. You can't keep holding on to it, the older generation.
You mean like kidney nabhako prime minister?
चारवटा किडनी हो
हामी बिग्रेको किडनी नभएकोलाई
होइन. So अब through our music also, हाम्रो म्युजिकमा अब लभको बारेमा पनि छ, लभ सङ्ग्स दिस द्याट यताउति, ब्रेकअप
इम्पोर्टेन्ट हो नि,
मनमै लभ त्यस्तोहरू पुरै छ होइन. तर एट द सेम टाइम थ्रु द मिडियम अफ आवर म्युजिक वी ट्राई टु प्रमोट दिस थिङ्स अल्सो.
That's awesome, man. It has worked. It has, अब भनौँ न, like I have seen with my own eyes.
It's done by education, right? Like अब आफ्नो कल्चर त आफै सिकिहाल्छ, but then to learn someone else's culture or to accept it, you need education, right? But then music surpasses all that. Music
is such a tool, man. It like timeless, anything, generations and
so you can connect.
हामी चाहिँ हेभी म्युजिक फ्यानहरू अनि जस्तो पनि सुनिदिन्छ कि हामी तिनजना भनौँ. वी डोन्ट लाइक भेदभाव, ऱ्याप होस् कि तपाईँको होइन जस्तो हिन्दी होस् कि नेपाली होस्, इङ्ग्लिस, नो प्रब्लम, सुनिदिउँ, एप्रिसिएट गरिदिउँ. हाम्रै सोमा कति म्युजिसियन डिफ्रेन्ट जनराहरूको आउँछ होइन इट जस्ट ह्यापन टु बी वान अफ
इट्स जस्ट अ मिडियम होइन म्युजिक अब सो कसैलाई कुन स्टाइल मनपर्छ कसैलाई कुन स्टाइल म पनि आई लिसन टु अलमोस्ट एभ्री स्टाइल अफ म्युजिक होइन इट जस्ट डिपेन्ड्स अन मेरो मुड कस्तो छ त्यति बेला
आर यु अ रिलिजियस म्यान
आई एम नट अ रिलिजियस रिलिजन एज सचमा चाहिँ म आई एम नट अ रिलिजियस गाई होइन मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने अब हाम्रो धर्म भनेको नै कर्म हो क्या धर्म भनेको नै कर्म
कि त घरमा
होइन तर आई रियली बिलिभ क्या इट्स द डिड्स होइन आफूले धर्म भनेको नै डु गुड डिड्स होइन
So you're more like spiritual.
I'm spiritual. Myself, I believe in energy. I believe in a superpower, a super energy that controls the whole universe. तर मलाई चाहिँ religion as such चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ religion is I think more like it divides people.
Like a business and the current day religion.
It divides people. It builds more walls. होइन र there is something beyond religion you don't need to be religious you need to believe in goodness होइन र compassion and a supreme energy that controls us होइन I believe in nature I totally believe कि अब we came from the nature होइन हामी फेरि नेचरमै जान्छौँ होइन र हाम्रो एनर्जी चाहिँ वी विल अलवेज बी देयर हाम्रो फोर फादर्सको एनर्जीहरू पनि इज अलवेज देयर इन आवर्स होइन आवर एनर्जी विल लिभ इन आवर ग्रान्ड चिल्ड्रेन देयर ग्रान्ड चिल्ड्रेन र यो वर्ल्ड चाहिँ इट किप्स होइन इट्स surviving with that energy.
I see. It makes sense because as a person, अब हामीले last almost 1 hour मा जे कुरा गरेछौँ नि तपाईको peace of mind, we're getting to know you as a person you are भनौँ न regardless of all the noise that surrounds you sometimes हुन्छ नि you have to behave in such a way like outside भनौँ न हैन we're having like a man-to-man talk here. And I see also, Tabili, whatever you were saying and preaching about finding passion, about doing good and stuff, you not just say it out, but you also make sure your kids also follow it, right? I've met your son and daughter and stuff. They are also, they have found their passion. Like, man, you seen his daughter like throw kicks and knock us out, man. I'm serious. Serious, boy, मेरो बहिनीको साथी हो क्या. मेरो बहिनीले भन्थ्यो मेरो साथी मेरो टेक्वान्डो गर्छ टाइप्स and I didn't know she was your daughter हुन्छ नि and when I started seeing videos and having chat man she can really throw some good kicks in tournament and stuff and even your son last time we were training some boxing he's a left-handed like he's got a mean left hand dude and I know I see where it comes from like maybe it came to you from your father or maybe your grandfather you never know I don't know your uncle or dad's bai or your friends, but I see it going down to your kids also. That's one way to take it forward, I think.
I try my best. Not only, मेरो अहिले काममा पनि मेरो businessesहरूमा you see, I normally all the people who are working with me, हाम्रो त्यो workforce को age group chani average is not below not above 30 के भनेपछि सब 20s मा छ के 20s 30 अब some maybe a little bit above 30 हैन तर generally त्यो age group छ and I like working with them किनभने अब कस्तो छ भने I like to empower the youth के youth लाई empower गर्ने आफूले सिकेको कुरो उनीहरुलाई बुझाउने र उनीहरुले जानेको कुरो बाट पनि आफूले सिक्ने क्या किनभने युथमा यति धेरै अहिलेको युथमा यति धेरै नलेज छ यति धेरै आइडियाज छ so they guide me actually a lot of the things that I do हैन So that's why I like to believe that whatever I'm doing is very dynamic. Yeah, it keeps moving very fast and changing everything because of the minds that are there. Okay? They're all young minds and everyone's very dynamic. So things happen in that way, and I really enjoy, and actually I feed off that energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really nice working with young people. Okay?
You give them liberty to be creative too, right?
To be creative, and they work, and I see मैले कहाँबाट चाहिँ मैले अब यहाँ अब फुल स्टप लाउनु पर्यो हैन, एडभाइस दिनु पर्यो, rational गर्ने हैन, कुरा गर्ने र
like just speaking our context, man. You doing the same thing. The way like you approached to me, it was kind of like you wanted to empower, like give us like a little mature point of view into our podcast. You know what I'm saying? Create like another topic of followers. Hamro target follower bhanda alikiti different and so when we're collabing into a podcast, it like agi tapile bhannu so it gives us a broader reach, and to some extent you are empowering us because ab tapile garda, let's see, we might get connected to someone else. When you come next time, you might bring someone else. You might introduce us to some potential sponsors.
So when you guys are doing this also, you know, alikati अझै broader view बाट हेर्नु सक्यो भने हैन, then you will be able to see things in a more with your wider angle बाट देखिन्छ, and it does not, so don't narrow your angle भन्नुपर्छ क्या, keep it wide all the time, and then you'll see त्यहाँ पनि यस्तो रहेछ है भने त्यहाँ पनि टिप्नु सक्छ यताउति हैन, and that's how you start progressing जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई हैन.
You know, there's like a Bruce Lee quote now upstairs, downstairs.
मेरो office.
Oh man, that's a good quote. I swear, every time I see, I'm like, oh, okay. When you're feeling down, or when you feel the doors are shut, you're looking for opportunity, you know.
मलाई, I've always been influenced by Bruce Lee ko philosophy. More than his fighting, but his philosophy was amazing.
Big water.
Big water. त्यही हो, पानी हुनुपर्छ हामी हैन. The art of fighting is without fighting. You don't need to fight. That's the whole idea. So I'm very influenced by his philosophy also. र त्यही हो अब भाइहरु.
के चाहिँ
अब हामी चाहिँ
उनीहरूको गभर्मेन्टले दिन्छ भन्थे कि खै कुनै त्यो चाहिँ थाहा भएन कि, तर अब पार्टी चाहिँ गरिदिन्थ्यो राजाको नाममा. They love their king, man. It's not like Nepalese people didn't love their king that much. Like, generally speaking, with the king, his father also actually, more than him, like they liked his father. यो भुटनिज किङलाई थाइल्यान्डमा त हेभी राम्रो गरिदिन्छ नि, आम्बो थाई राजालाई बरु त्यति राम्रो गर्दैन आम्मा कसम. म चाहिँ भुटान थाइल्यान्डमा बस्दा म भुटनिज हो भन्थे कि यहाँ एक्स्ट्रा फ्राइड राइसमा एक डाडु एक्स्ट्रा आम्मा मैले जिस्केको होइन. यो मेरो भुटनी साथीले भनेको है, म थाइल्यान्ड जाँदैछु भने मलाई, ओए तँ त्यहाँ जाँदा लाइफ ह्याक अरे, तँ भुटनिज हो भने तँलाई दामी रिस्पेक्ट गर्छ. म त्यहाँ इगोमा क्या, म किन नेपाली भन्छु, म किन भुटनिज भन्छु. त्यहाँ पुग्दा त नेपाली भन्दा नेपाल भन्दा हेरिदिएको कि एक दिन कुनै के जोस आयो मलाई. एउटा रोड साइडमा खाँदै थिएँ, कहाँ वे फ्रम हेर्छु कि मैले मुखमा भुटान निस्किँदै कि भुटान किन्छौँ नि फोटो खिच्दै मेरो अब सेल्फीहरू हेरेर. त्यहाँ चाहिँ मैले यतिर ठिकै भनेको रहेछ. त्यहाँ चाहिँ जहाँ जाँदा ट्याक्सीवालाले सोद्धा भुटान, तर हेभी मन पराइदिँदो रहेछ. I think if I'm not mistaken, he had come to when the king died, right? This Thai king ko father had died. That king, he came to Thailand and made a speech in Thai, like just to huncha ni. He was one of the first kings to reach out as with condolence and spoke in Thai. Like he made an effort. Plus, he's good looking dude also. The ladies like him because he's a good looking king. He's a really good looking dude as a. if I was a lady, I would probably like feel the same way. तर भन्दैले उसको बुढी मजाकै छ हैन मेरो दिदीको मेरो साथीको दिदी हो तर सरी थिनले हैन मेरो क्लासमेट थिनले हैन उसको दिदी इज द क्वीन हो त सो त्यति बेला हामी स्कुलमा पढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ क्वीन हुनुहुन्थेन नि त सो शी वाज जस्ट एन एभरेज लेडी अन्त थिनलेलाई पठाउनु स्कुल पुऱ्याउनु आइबस्थ्यो क्या त्यो रानी म राम्रै छ नि हैन उ आइ कि हाम्रो के एमपीको बोक्काहरुको लाइन क्या ए झिल्लेको दिदी आए रे हाम्रो त्यहाँ चाहिँ मैले कसम खाएँ मेरो दिदी बहिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ स्कुल कहिले ल्याउँदैन प्लिज होइन म आफै आउँछु हामी क्या
सेन्ट अगस्टिन चल्छ है चल्छ भन्दा डेडली त सेन्ट चल्छ
डाँडाको डुप्पबाट क्या आई हेard तपाईँको जस्ट ऱ्यान्डम चेन्ज कि मोक्समा मजाको पिज्जा पाउँछ है
सलिड
युआर इन्टु पिज्जा मेकिङ आउँछ है
होइन म चाहिँ यो लकडाउनमा छ नि लकडाउनमा चाहिँ आई वाज थिङ्किङ लाइक अब कसरी गर्ने के गर्ने अब यु नो बिकज अब थिङ्स हेभ यु हेभ टु चेन्ज अकर्डिङ टु द टाइम्स नि होइन सो गर्दाखेरि अब मोक्सको पनि अब अलिकति स्ट्राटेजी चेन्ज गरेर लिमिटेड मेन्यु गर्ने पहिला त बिफोर प्री लकडाउन दे वाज लाइक वी युज्ड टु डु लट अफ यो पार्टिज यो के होइन सो अब obviously there's going to be no parties this and that so we got to change the whole strategy भनेर पुरा downsize the place होइन or downsize the menu अनि अब just select the food that was already popular and त्यही कुरोलाई अझै how to make it even better भन्ने कुरोमा चाहिँ then we did हाम्रो कुक र म we like many days ko we went through all those YouTube videos and this and then we spent like we used to spend hours just working on the dough okay and dough and paste and this and that गर्दाखेरि त्यति बेला चाहिँ we utilize that time and now obviously the pizza has become much better and last time one of my friends who works in the US embassy Ule he had a pizza and he came and he was telling me, man, dude, I felt like I was in one of those pizzerias in New York. Lockdown time well utilized.
See, so that's an example. If you really want to be busy, you can find anything, like even the smallest things, right? तिमी एउटा चिकन चिल्ली बनाउनु सिक न डान्स हैन
do it well
हैन with passion like
suddenly change topic so अब अहिले जमानामा स्ट्रिमिङ्सहरुको जमानामा so how is it different selling albums as CD अनि त्यो क्यासेट देखि लिएर just to like
होइन कस्तो थियो भने अब इनिशियली पिपल थट ल अब CD सेल्स भयो अब पहिला क्यासेट हुँदाखेरि अब क्यासेटको ठाउँमा CD आयो अनि and now our CD हुँदैन you know how to do this but I guess we have to always keep looking ahead you know because that's the way the world is moving so if you don't move with the time then you and if you are stuck in a particular time you will get outdated yeah so हाम्रो पनि अब टाइममै हामी we got into all this हैन and सुरुमा त we were like kind of lost के हुन्छ अब CD फिजिकली सेल गर्दाखेरि यति पैसा आउँथ्यो अब कसरी गर्ने यो के अब इभेन्चुअली नाउ इट्स इभन बेटर के हैन बिकज अब त we have हाम्रो ओन च्यानल युट्युबमा सबै छ हैन so every month we get paid हैन for the views that keeps increasing so अब हामीले त्यो हिसाबमा पुरानो गीतहरु पनि फेरि रिड गरेर फेरि हाल्छौं अब फेरि त्यसको भ्यू बढ्छ फेरि पैसा आउँछ सो इट्स लाइक आइरहेछ सो अब व्हाट इज द फ्युचर यो यसको पनि अब फ्युचर हुन्छ नि दिस इज नट गोना लास्ट फर सो यु हेभ टु बी एबल टु सी दैट क्या and get ready for that. So if you keep that kind of a mind, you're always on track. Okay?
So I always wanted to know, okay, that Nepalमा चाहिँ अब how do musicians and artists they look after their copyrights? कसरी save?
होइन अहिले त एकदमै स्ट्रिक्ट छ नि कपिराइट लजहरू युट्युबमा पनि अब एभ्रिथिङ इज भेरी सुपर स्ट्रिक्ट क्या यु कान्ट लाइक इफ यु ट्राई टु पुट आवर सङ इन यर च्यानल भइहाल्छ एकैचोटि होइन अनि सो इट्स रियली स्ट्रिक्ट सो दोज थिङ्स आर कपिराइट लज आर दे होइन अनि सबै छ सो they have worked on it. They've really worked on it, and सबै global भइसक्यो क्या अब.
So on a lighter note on that, हैन तपाईको like funny concerts like experiences like the one जोरथाङ के जस्तो
त्यसको कति छ होला त्यसको अर्कै एउटा एपिसोड छैन होला सब ब्यान्ड मेम्बरहरु राखेर
त्यस्तो त अब फनी इन्सिडेन्ट्सहरु त कन्सर्ट्सहरुमा अब टुर्सहरुमा यति धेरै हुन्छ के यति धेरै हुन्छ अब इट्स लाइक वी कन्स्टेन्टली अब द्याट्स व्हाट अब टुर जाँदाखेरि पनि एकदम रमाइलो हुन्छ के टुरमा गयो अब के न के भइरा हुन्छ हाँसउठ्दो कुरोहरु अनि हाँस्यो लाफ हेभ अ नाइस टाइम मजाले गफसफ गर्यो अनि त्यही हो नि द ब्युटी इज मलाई चाहिँ के रमाइलो लाग्छ भने अब टुर गर्दाखेरि वी मिट लट अफ पिपल होइन डिफ्रेन्ट एजेस डिफ्रेन्ट ब्याकग्राउन्ड सबै किसिमको मान्छे भेट हुन्छ होइन र एउटा रिलेसनसिप क्रिएट हुन्छ होइन एन्ड द्याट इट्सेल्फ इज ब्युटिफुल क्या द्याट इज इट्सेल्फ इज समथिङ money can't buy, you know, I could be like a super successful businessman, and I could travel the world more, but the kind of reception I get when I travel as 1974-80, the kind of love, the kind of support I get from people around the world is something money can never buy. It's like incredible. Esto maja feeling huncha. People take you into their homes as
and it's something that no one can take away from you.
Yeah, right? And it's something that I will take with me when I leave this planet and go to the moon.
You leave behind also.
I will leave behind also. So, okay. So that has been one part of my life that I'm always happy that
and when I like looked around 1973 was your birth child your idea
अब मैले अब फिरोज र मैले जब स्टार्ट गर्यो नि मैले चाहिँ कसम आई नेभर थट कि अब 1974-80 एक दिन यस्तो फेमस हुन्छ भन्ने हिसाब किताबमा मैले कहिले सोचिनँ मैले चाहिँ अब सानैदेखि म्युजिक अब एमपीमा है हल्ला गर्ने अब त्यहाँ अब यस्तो इन्ट्रेस्ट थियो म्युजिकमा होइन सानैदेखि अब त्यही कुरो चाहिँ आई जस्ट वान्टेड टु कन्टिन्यू साइमल्टेनियसली विथ वाट आई वाज डुइङ तर म कहिले पनि मैले सोचिनँ कि अब फेमस हुन्छु यसबाट संसार घुम्छु पैसा कमाउँछु यताउति भनेर मैले कहिले सोचिनँ क्या इट जस्ट happened
motivation pure
it was pure motivation it was pure motivation
there's no like materialistic motivation
अब हामी प्र्याक्टिस गर्दाखेरि यता कहिले पनि हामीले प्र्याक्टिस गरेर राम्रो भएर पैसा कमाउनु पर्छ फेमस हुनुपर्छ भन्ने त्यो हिसाबमा कहिले प्र्याक्टिस गरेन
लेडिज भेट्नु पर्छ
हामीले प्र्याक्टिस गरेको जस्ट टु पर्फेक्ट द म्युजिक के त्यो हिसाबले मात्रै त्यो प्र्याक्टिस गर्दै गयो त्यही कुरोले बाटो खोल्दै गयो होइन अगाडि बढ्दै गयौँ होइन अब फर्स्ट 1 or 2 इयर्समा त हामी अब मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो भने हामीले ब्यान्ड फर्म गऱ्यौँ होइन त्यति बेला त हाम्रो ब्यान्डमा त हाम्रो प्याट्रिक दाजु पनि थियो नि अनि सो कस्तो भने we used to only do cover songs no होटलहरुमा गएर अब पुरा कोकेनहरु त्यस्तै गीतहरु मात्रै गाउँथे हैन होटल क्यालिफोर्नियाहरु हैन त्यस्तोहरु मात्रै गर्थ्यौं तर I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do more than that. That was there, but I wanted to do more than that. अनि मैले एक दिन टक्क घरमा त्यो टी-शर्ट के 1974 साउथ सनशाइन टुर गोवा बेंगलोर के आमा छापेर साथीहरुलाई ब्यान्ड मेम्बरहरुलाई बाडीको लाउ त लाउ देउसिङ के हो यो लाउ न लाउ किन when we wear that and go people will think oh these guys are touring band.
Fake it till you make it right?
Oh again they were feeling damn shy to wear हैन लाउनै पर्छ सबलाई लाउनु लगाएर है but it was my dream then I knew deep down that it would happen. You just have to dream enough and work towards a dream
Man, you put in hours and hours of effort. Right? Like, just dreaming is not enough, right? You need to back it up with like hard work.
So your dream, then you're motivated to work. No, if there's no dream, then there's no motivation. Right? There's no motivation to reach that dream. You know, main is that. And eventually, when I wore my first US tour T-shirt with like 11 states and dates printed at the back, and it was real, it was not fake. I was like, my God, this is really happening now. I was really happy.
Nice.
It was something that really happened.
It is. It's quite inspiring for us because seeing someone who's really gone through all that, it inspires us also to keep, have that pure motivation and keep going forward. I don't know, with our stuff in our own life, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
It's applicable in any form of life, right? It's not just music or anything.
No. It could be anything.
Any age.
Anything, It could even be like gardening, for example. A simple thing like gardening. If you open your mind, it can go kaka pugnu सक्छ नि हैन म यो गर्न सक्दो रहेछु म यो गर्छु यसो यहाँ गर्छु त्यो गर्छु भन्दै अब it's just the mind is like you just have to open your mind
especially with like social media and channels like YouTube or whatever it's much more easier
त्यही त लाइफ त झनै हैन संसारै यत्रो सानो भइसक्यो हैन अब अहिलेको म्युजिशियन्सहरुलाई त झनै सजिलो छ नि to be recognized all over the world.
You have like a big part to play as an educational, like your family runs a school, one of the most reputed schools in Kathmandu, Gyanmandala, right? So, in current times, especially with COVID, and how are you guys coping up? Coping, not coping.
We're doing, the school is really, I think, has invested a lot in your virtual education. In fact, I was involved in the school very much. त्यति बेला म इन्भल्भ हुँदाखेरि मैले एउटा ज्ञान कार्निभल भन्ने स्टार्ट गरेको थिएँ सो अब अहिले आएर भर्चुअल अनलाइन तर ज्ञान कार्निभल literary festival गर्नु लाग्छ all these essay writing poems त्यस्तोहरु पनि गर्दैछ इन्टर स्कुल हैन
you have to with the times current times that's the best you can do right
त्यही त you have to adapt according to the time and you have to move forward that is the only way अब अहिले आएर यो कोभिड भयो हैन people think फेरि पहिला जस्तै हुँदैन everything you have to adapt you have to change change हुन्छ त्यही अनुसार whoever sees the change first and whoever can adapt the best are the ones who will get ahead in their line.
And just to slowly wrap it up in a light note, there's this saying in my school I'd read somewhere. It said like eat and drink to please yourself and dress to please others. You know what I'm saying? And I personally feel like you follow that, you know. I feel you're one of the dudes who's like sharply dressed. And man, I'm like, dude, okay, I gotta step it up too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you dress proper, it's an important thing, right? You cannot like, I like to dress like as much good as possible. I feel it keeps oriporiको मान्छेहरुलाई पनि at least हुन्छ नि ए ठिकै छ यसको नछाउन भएर बस्नु I don't know if it works at that level or if it doesn't, but I feel you dress pretty well, man, and I would like to compliment the keeper. No, okay, have a like please keep it up, man. It's much to learn from you. Like,
thank you so much.
Not just music, makes, you know, just regard outside music just as a brother, like friend or whatever you wanna say. You know. Thanks for having us today, man. It was a really awesome session.
No, thanks for having me, guys. And just keep up what you guys are doing. And I can see that the most important thing is that you guys are enjoying this, so that's very important, and now all you got to do is you are already enjoying it. Now you just got to think of how to now take it
outside the box.
Yeah, even more. Get to the next level and make it really happening.
Yeah, for sure. This is not the first time. This is the first time, and it's not the last time you are coming on. We will definitely have you as and when you are free and when it's suitable. When you suddenly, as those let us know. We'll have set a date, and if you have something to say, if you have future shows, dates, anything we can always anytime sit together.
It's an honor to have you.
It was maza idea. So maza. But time बितेको पनि थाहा भएन. We don't want to push it too long also. हेर्दा 1 घण्टा आदि हुनु आँटिसक्यो. Thank you so much, man. Sanjay.
Thanks, buddy.
My man, thank you so much.
Sanjay, एउटा उन गर्नु.
Thumbnail खिच्दी एउटा.
Photos खिच्दी.
खिच्दी.
I'm the mental. You'll be by my